LDBC, and this is your boy Coach Sheldon Harrison. You're live on the Coach Sheldon Harrison Combat Sports Show live. Okay, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and give my take on this LaVar Ball situation. I saw the clip, man, of LaVar Ball, Callan Carr, and Kristine Leahy. They were well, they wasn't talking, but Colin was asking, asking LaVar about these shoes and the priciness of it, and LaVar was saying, well, won't you make your own shoes and then you sell them for $350? And then, they started laughing. Then Colin Cowherd asked LaVar, so, are these shoes really starting to sell? Are they pushing? And so before LaVar Ball had a chance to even answer the question, Kristine Leahy goes, how many pairs did you sell? Like, being like rude and so he turned around and he said, stay in your lane. Oh, man. I was glad when he did that, because I don't like her no way. I never did. And she talked too much, and she seemed like one of them people, like one of these little stupid, like, emotional, sensitive feminists. That's what she sounded like. And she sounded like one of them ones that they're always looking for something. And definitely, man, she tried to get this man hemmed up, because he wouldn't even look at her. He wouldn't, and you know what? That's genius by LaVar Ball. Because, you got women like Kristine Leahy. She always try to, play victim and always afraid of somebody and always say that, well, he threatened me. This big old, tall, mean black man threatened me. Well, I mean, he didn't even look at her. So he took everything away. Now, of course, we knew, everybody with a brain in their head knew what LaVar Ball meant by when he said, and, you definitely, something going to come to you. And she was talking about, what, are you threatening me? I mean... threatening you. I'm gonna tell y'all, this reminded me back in March, man. Something similar to this happened to me. I coached shot put and discus. Okay, I coached that too. And so I go to this track meet. Okay, I go to the meet, and I walk into the stadium. Look, I ain't even been in the stadium a minute. And so this woman, this white woman who she was in charge of like security, keeping people, out of the wrong areas and that kind of stuff. And I hadn't even been into the stadium 1 minute. She immediately ran over to me and said, don't get on the track, go get on the grass. I said, lady, I just got here. I said, I've been in this meet about 10 times, so, that's where I'm headed to. So, thought it was over, going toward the grass to go stand where I'm standing. And I ain't even got to the grass yet. She ran over there again. You need to get to the grass. I said, didn't you tell me that like a minute ago? Oh, yeah. Well, I'm just making sure. Making sure what? So, I walk off. And so I had an athlete, man. He was just far away. And I'm trying to get his attention, and I can't. And so I look on the track. Well, you got all these other coaches. All these other coaches, they're sitting on the track, and they're talking to the athletes. So I said, oh, okay, well, maybe they just, kind of took that rule out of there. And they're going to let us do it, because it was about 10 different coaches doing the exact same thing. They were talking to the athletes. So I went up beside one of the coaches, and I called my athlete over. And as soon as I did it, out of nowhere, this woman shows up. She says, I thought I told you that you couldn't be on the track. I said, what you mean you told me? I said, you can't tell me anything. And I said, look, there are 10 other people sitting here on the track. I said, why are you not saying that to them? Well, I'm going to talk to them after I talk to you. I said, you passed 5 of those people on the way to talk to me. She said, well, okay. Move back on the grass. I said, no problem. Let me, because he can't hear me, so let me finish talking to him and I'll move. Because there was nothing going on. There was no action there, nothing. It was just a lot of people on the track. And so, I was trying to talk to my athlete, and she kept getting in my way. No, you need to move now. I said, okay, just give me like 10 seconds. Let me tell him this, and then I'll move back over. And so I stepped to the side, and she stepped back in front of me. No, you need to move. I said, wait a minute. I said, all these other people, I said, I'm just telling them one thing. So what I did was, I completely ignored her. I looked past her, and I said, yo, man, get your chest up. And so she looked, and she said, you told me to get my chest up. Well, what the hell does that mean? You get my chest up. And I said, well, are you talking to me? Yeah, you just told me to get my chest up. I said, no, I wasn't talking to you. She goes, well, you look right at me. I said, I looked right through your dumb ass because you wouldn't move. And I told you to get the hell out the way. And so I was looking through her talking to this athlete. I looked right past her. And so, she got mad and kept saying, well, if you'd have just got on the grass. I said, lady, I'm on the grass. I done already told him what I told him, and I got back on the grass. I said, so I need you to just get the hell out of my face. That's what I told her. And then I kept ignoring her. So then she ran over. Now, she didn't get the meat director. That's what you're supposed to do. Okay? She didn't go get him. Nope, she went and got a trooper. And this trooper came up with his hand, on his taser. And I said, what the hell? So let me get this right. I said, so you finna come tase me? Because she came over and told you that I was threatening her. Well, I mean, she said that there's an aggressive person here, and I'm just kind of responding. I said, do I look aggressive? I said, so you gonna come over here, you threatening me with your taser. And I said, all because, this woman can't get out of my way and can't stop harassing me out of all these people. So, long story short, man, she got mad because I looked right by her, man. I done seen this type before, man. I done seen this type before. They think that they can, tell you, that when you can stop talking and when you can talk. They try to tell you everything. But see, I shut her down completely. And I said, you want to know how dumb she is? If any of y'all know anything about track and field, when you tell somebody in track and field to get your chest up, that's a common thing. Because get your chest up means that you're throwing the shot put too low. Okay? And everybody and their mama do that. So you had about 5 other coaches said, yeah, you stupid. They were like, this is a shot put. It's a shot put terminology. Getting your chest up means, you're telling the person to throw it out. And 5 of the other coaches tried to explain that to her. And, like 8 of the coaches were like, he wasn't even talking to you. You harassed him. And it's even, it was even white guys saying you were harassing this gentleman. So, but see, instead of apologizing and saying, well, you know what? I made a mistake. No, just ran off, spouting off. And I said, see? I said, that's what your dumb ass get. And the guy was like, okay, you say anything else to her, man, you got to leave. And I said, man, well, okay, fine. It's whatever, man. I ain't finna beg to stay in this building. But I know how it is. And he told her to stay in her lane. Stay in your lane. Like, okay, I'm not talking to your ass. It's, like, what the hell? But it's their control and this power, man. So, shout out to LaVar Ball, man. Shout out to him, man. Shoot. I'm glad he did that to her. I'm glad he did that to her. And maybe next time, she'll start thinking, man, before she started trying to get in there and start trying to get somebody. And you know why she was doing it, man? She was trying to provoke him to get the dude, to get riled up. Okay, and then so she can say that LaVar Ball insulted her. So she can say, LaVar Ball was threatening her. Okay, all that kind of stuff. She didn't feel safe at her job. That's why she was doing that, man. I mean, I can't stand, man. I can't stand feminists like this, man. I just can't, because they say these things and it's crazy. I mean, I don't mind you being a feminist, but good grief. Is it necessary, man, to try to, make everything into a negative situation? I don't know, but good. Because she looked, and then when he completely ignored her, she had that look on her face like, did you really just do that? And I'm glad. Because maybe now she'll think that she ain't all that. This is your boy, Coach Shelton Harrison. I'm done. What are you waiting on? Subscribe.